Hey, love bugs, it's Roslynn. More again. I hope everybody is doing blessed. I'm doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome. And to my returning subs, my grown extended beautiful family, as always, thank you so much for the love and support. It is always appreciated. So with that being said, much love to all. Namaste, love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, like and subscribe, hit that notification bell at the bottom so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. Also, if you're comfortable enough, drop me a line or two. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if it's about the positive feedback to the content of my video, or you're telling me about your empathic gift. And if you feel like the videos, give a good vibe, you would love to share with your loved one, family, or friend, or even a fellow empath that may be going through some trying times at the moment and just needing spiritual guidance or just confirmation or validation towards life path or even soul purposes, please go ahead and share. While you're at it, give your girl a thumbs up, like, and also share the social media favorites wherever you see fit. As always, thank you so much for the love and support. It's greatly appreciated, and I hope you're able to resonate with the content of my video. And the video I'm doing today is called Twin Flame 101 Heyokas. Let me see. Ooh, I messed it up. Oh, yeah, the pain that's held, guides you to the core of what was forgotten. The devil can never touch, and it's so true. Y'all, was watching this movie yesterday. Well, yeah, two movies yesterday on Netflix. One was called From Within. It had Rumor Willis in it, and it had a couple of other people in it. I know the guy that played the father. He played on Resident Evil, and he had the English accent. And there was another guy that played in Stay Alive that he did the same movie as well. Stay Alive. I can't remember his name, but it's like anytime I watch a movie, it's like I always tell people different things that's taking place in your life, and you have different hobbies or interests that you have, and a lot of times universe and God will send you subliminals that you can really learn from there. That there are certain things that will be just like that hidden gem that you needed to know about within yourself, the inside of what's taking place. And it was just, this movie was very crazy, but it was just like different things was popping up. Like, I guess it's just like whatever this entity was, it was like mirroring that part of themselves. And to me, it was just like, just running from yourself, running from your fears. And we do that a lot within the pain that we constantly hold in. A lot of times we don't even be aware of it, but it's there, and there'll be times that, you're going through your healing process, and there'll be things that you thought you have healed from and comes back up to the surface and is pulling on emotions, and you'll feel it, and it's okay. We're going through a human experience. So that will be a lot, it's going through there. But it gives that indication of what's been held, what's been suppressed. And those are the things that's coming up. Because a lot of times, I know in my video I said the other day, it's like pain, trauma, heartbreak ends up being some kind of way of a blessing in disguise. And a lot of times, like, how can I see this as blessing in disguise? Because there's a lot of times just with interacting with different people in all forms, all type of relationships. It could be family matters, husband and wife, marital issues, or whatever, marital connections, boyfriend, girlfriend, baby mama, baby daddy, whatever, even friends, there'll be certain type of situations that it allows you to see certain things within yourself, life lessons that you need to learn within other people as well, because a lot of times we can be like, I wish I never met this person, and this never happened. But it's just like, these are the things that needed to take place into your life. It helps you move on through life, so you'll already know what situations start occurring. It's like, man, this situation remind me of such and such and such. And I stop, and it's just letting you know that. And it's just a lot of things within your life. It's like showing you how to heal, what to heal from, and when I was watching that other one, it's by Michael Flanagan. I love Michael Flanagan shows. He's the one who's done far as I can remember. What is that? Haunting a Hill House is on Netflix as well, and The Haunting of Bly Manor. I love that one. Then I just watched the one was called Midnight Mass, and it was just like basically to me. I was just reading up what was the movie supposed to be about. And it's like, I'm that type of person that's got OCD. So it's like a lot of times when I see somebody, I was like, what movie did I see him in or what show? And automatically, it's like me and my kids do the same thing. It's like, Mom, I know I seen that person. And we'll go look it up. And then somebody put it in the, in the search engine too. It's like, what's the point behind this movie? And it's like the state of forgiveness. And I mean, when I said that hit straight to the heart and the soul, and it just pulled out emotions that I didn't know was there. And, we're going through a lot of things that is like creating heaviness within the change. It's just like you're entering your new self and your old self is still trying to be there. And a lot of times it's like, it's really heavy. It's just like energies are conflicting with other energies. There's a lot of people that I've been having to, connect with in a different view after certain things just came apart, like we just branch off and we got to come back. Or there's different people that will do different things, and, and it can trigger off something. You're just trying to understand, like, why would you do that? But we have to understand we can't take it personal, even though it may be directed at us. It ain't got nothing to do with us. It's just something, it's like a personal issue with them. So it's just like a lot of things are really testing you right now. A lot of things is really challenging you through everything. And I be giving universal side eye. I'm like, stop playing with me. I'm like, stop playing with me. I'm tired. I'm tired of dealing with this. I'm tired of dealing with that. But then it's like when you allow yourself to get out your emotions, this is truly therapeutic. And a lot of times it's like when you're on that heightened frequency, everything is going to be challenging you because it's just like it's trying to show you have so much mentality of rising above things that you feel like you can't conquer. And a lot of times it really does feel hard, but sometimes we'll allow fear to create within that. It was just like I was talking within the movie. A lot of times we run from things about our lives because we don't want to connect with it. We don't want to interact with it. And it's like a lot of times they always tell you confront that monster in your closet, whatever that fear was that really shook you to the core, because it's just a lot of people, we have gone through different shades of neglect, abuse, abandonment, some kind of way, emotional, mental abuse and other things down the line I will not mention. But there's a lot of things that will make you look at people different, that make you look at the world different. I'll tell people real quick, with the situation I had going on, it was happening in-house. So if it's just like, I don't know you, it's hard for me to trust people. I got trust issues like hell, so if your energy and your vibes are really shifted with me, you can look up and like, hey, why can't I get in contact with her? Because it's like when you start feeling, you making me feel kind of weary about you and our connection, no, I'm just going to chop that off, and just quit that connection, because it was just like so many things that's happening to my life. It's really hard for me to trust people just for the things that happen. But then when I allow myself to finally, when, the dust settles and I look back at it, it's just like, this is something I needed in my life because it showed me, how people can really truly be in the world, and it's, even though it can be very hurtful, hateful for things that's going on, but you have to understand, even though, at times like I would have never did anybody like that. I would have never done that. But you have to understand, not everybody has the same mindset as you. Not everybody has the same heart as you. Just because these are things that you wouldn't do, you can't automatically assume that the next person won't do that to you, even though it's just like you don't want to be thinking about that every time you interact with somebody. But you have to be able to know. It's a two-way street. It can go really good and it can go really bad. But these are lessons that we need to learn from the core of ourselves, because there's so many things is holding that hidden potential, that hidden potential that we have deep down that we didn't know that was there, from that time. And I know I said it the other day, it's like a lot of time that trauma can just rip you apart in so many ways. And then when you finally get to the core of yourself, where it's not based on illusions, lies, confusions, doubt, uncertainty, anything that leaves you at a low level, you see that part of yourself. And that's the reason why it's just like a lot of things is going on right now to where the, universe is challenging you, but it's like the devil and his minions is trying to do everything they possibly can to distract you. They know that you're very valued. They know that you're placing a powerful marker in the world of where we truly need to change the world. You see so many different things out in the world, and it's just like, at times I want to just shut the shades on it. And it's like, you can't. This is the part of what we're doing, because there's so many different things that's going on in the world where people feel like, something very drastic can happen and it can never turn into something beautiful later. And a lot of times it's hard for you to see that, if there's personal things that's going on in the world that is affecting you in a personal way. And I totally get it. I understand, because there's a lot of things in the world, like somebody can see something as like, a situation that was very traumatizing to a lot of people and affected us in a way, especially if it's something that has been recorded or televised or something like that. It can be a very hurtful thing, especially if you're an empath, And it's just like, if it hits a lot of people in the world, trust and believe it doesn't even have to have our same interest, but we'll feel that. Like, I remember the situation when, God rest their soul, those 9 people, along with Kobe and Gianna, had passed. There's a lot of people. It was like, I was talking to people on the phone, and it was just like, Roslynn, I just feel so low. I feel so depressed and sad. It's like, I didn't really, I didn't even watch basketball like that, but I knew of Kobe from the different things that he's done and, how he's impacted a lot of people. But I did not know him on that level until after the fact. And it was just, I knew just from that showing, it hit me so hard. It felt like I lost the best friend, and I didn't even know who it was. And it was something like that. I really, even still to this day, I can see Vanessa and her beautiful children, and I just cry for her, because I'm looking at her like, you're a very strong woman for going through what you go through. And I was really pissed off the way she had to find out that situation. It was just very messed up for you to have to know something like that. And it wasn't, you found out like everybody else did. And I felt that was really bad. And that was very, very uncalled for and very rude. But situations like that, and it was very sad, but it was the beautiful thing of when strangers, you're passing in the street and you know exactly why they're mourning. And you see people, and I mean, when I seen it on TV, it's just like me thinking about it now gets me in my emotions of you seeing people that are just walking through airports and just hugging each other because they felt that same pain, that was going on in the world. And it's just like, we don't understand why people like that, those the most beautiful people, especially if they're in, the limelight like that, why they snatched away from us that soon. We can't question God. We can't just, the transition time clock. We can't, question those things. But it's just the fact of something that tragic, and you see the beauty out of just people consoling you, and you don't even know them from Adam, and those are the things that, this is what they're talking about. Even though when something like this is very tragic that happens, it brings some kind of beautiful element out, where you can just console people. And it's like, man, I know that hurt me, it was just like, even people that didn't really know him like that was, consoling other people consoling others and stuff. And so it's just like so much things are going in the world where it's helping you remember something that you've forgotten about yourself. I know my subject is going way off. I'm like, girl, what are you doing today? But it's just like, it leads me to talk about stuff like that. So I just roll with it. But it's so many different things in the world that causes us pain. There are so many different things that we have experienced that has caused us pain. And it's just like, when I look at my situation, it is something I have to work with every day. I'm not even gonna lie. Every day, there are certain things that I just have this question, like, why did this? Why does that? And it's like, you have to understand your mind doesn't go like other things does with other people. So it's like, even when you try to wrap your head around it, it's just, you don't have that type of vibration about you. So certain things you're just not going to understand. But these are the things that you go through every day. These are the things that you're allowing yourself to face, no matter how hard it is, no matter, how much it angered you or depressed you or anything. You're finding out about the brave parts of yourself that you have forgotten about. And it's just like when I feel that part of us is that, well, we're a whole warrior, but there's parts of our lives that are still dormant. And, going through those different things, I found out, how strong you can really be. There's days that I can be in my feelings and heavy with my emotions where it's just like I'm just crying and can't stop, to the one of those one like, just can't, you gotta catch your breath, and it's like that. And and it's just like, it's not to tell people this to find pity or anything like that, but just being able to know there's a lot of people in the world that can say they're okay, and then when they finally get that moment, they cry into a pillow, they take a blanket and cry. You got to turn up your music or certain things like that, so other people don't know that you're dealing with a lot of things. Or even when you go in the shower or take a bath, there's things that you're dealing with that the world does not know about. You're conquering battles that nobody knows that you face. And those are the things where you remind yourself, like, you are bad, mother, shut your mouth. Because there's things that you are conquering that other people will run away from. And that's what God wants you to be able to see. That's what universe wants us to see every day. You are stronger than you give yourself credit for. You are finding the core of you through the pain that you have faced, through the things that you have overcome, the things that you have touched base with and conquered. And there's a lot of people that can't say that they've done a lot of those things, because I've met other warriors in my life, and, the things that they went through. And I'm just like, oh my God, I can just be there for that person, because especially if I never experienced stuff like that, it's like you don't know what to say. You don't want to say something that will add on towards that person's turmoil or sorrow or anger or anything like that, but just be there for that person and let them know, I may not know what you're going through, but if you need me to be there for you, just to be that listening ear, or you want to ask me some advice, I'll try my best to go through that. Because the first thing I'll tell people when they talk to me and they show me, and I'm just like, I'll be honest with you, I've never gone through something like that, and I try not to put myself in anybody's shoes. I get really angry when people try to get in mine. I'm like, and it's not the fact that I know that they can be very sentimental about what they're saying. It's just fact. I would never want nobody to know the pain that I suffered. I never want anybody to be able to see the things that I've seen, hear the things that I've heard, or hear the things that people have said to me that, was good and bad about my situation, but it's taught me to go to that next level, and there's days that you're going to want to give up. I've been like that. I've been like that. I was like, the hell with everything. It's just like I'm being a torchbearer for what? I can't even, carry my own torch to see myself out of a paper bag. How am I going to help, do that? And it's just like, God will tell you, it's just that little intuition in you says, it's okay. Just press pause for a minute. You're not going to figure out everything throughout, that 1 second. It's okay for you to take that pause. You can't give up. There's no, your soul is not going to let you, no matter how aggravated you get, how pissed you get. You just have to take pause for a minute. You can be there for everybody else. Now it's time for you to be with yourself. Give energy out to a lot of people. I've been like that. And then when I need it, I'm tapped out. Like, girl, what are you doing? But, being able to do that is just like a lot of time right now. I've been sitting here reflecting, dealing with a lot of things, trying to give an understanding to things in my life. And it's not easy on what we do when it comes to things like that. And this is that time where it just really shows you, just like dive deeper. And even a lot of times when we don't get our life within, the core of it, dive deeper. It's like there's certain things about you have forgotten, throughout life. And it's just, you're a very powerful being, even though you may not feel that at times. Sometimes I feel like a lost cause at times. I'm like, am I being heard? Hello, is there anybody there? And I'm just like, you are really doing a lot of things, even though it may not be going the way you planned it out. You're doing a lot of things, and it feels good when I can just be transparent. There's a lot of times when universe puts me in a vulnerable moment where I'm just like, I feel low at times and they want me to do videos, or I'm really in my feelings and they push me to do videos. And I'm like, I'm not doing this for views or likes or anything like that. It's like, no, that's not what you're doing. And that's the reason why we want you to do it. Because there's so many people out there to try to understand, does anybody know what I feel like? Does anybody, I may not know what is going through your head, like word for word, dot for dot, and all this, but just that unspeakable pain that you have, and you're just really trying to stay focused on the positive. You're just really trying to give yourself that ammunition to say, I'm gonna conquer this, I'm gonna get through this. I'm strong. Even though you may be scared, you're keeping it real. You're keeping it very real. It's okay to be not okay every day. It'll be okay for if there are certain days that you're feeling low, because you're allowing yourself to face the things that has really got you into that point, that volume, that frequency that had you in that emotion in the first place. It's not easy to confront the things that is emotionally, mentally, spiritually, sexually, verbally, mentally, spiritually, whatever, has really embraced you in the worst way possible. There's so many people out here. That's why I tell you, there's times where people mock you because you're suffering. There's a lot of people that will poke at you because you're having a bad day, or you're struggling in some kind of way, and people see fun at that. But these are the same people that will add on more fuel to the fire of you. But these are the same people that will ignore their pain. Because it's like regular people wouldn't be going around doing stuff like that. It's like, I could do this. But why? But why? Even when those things happen, I had to learn that is your challenge to show you. That's where the devil steps in. Because the devil know he can't touch you. That's the reason why he wants you to doubt yourself that way. That's why they'll bring people in your life, and God uses the same thing, but for different ways. Like, people know, I'll say it real quick in the world, that when I make my videos, a lot of times I say that God and the devil go hand in hand, but they got two different agendas of what they're doing. They will bring people in your life that will challenge you to be the most toxic, gutter butt, just whatever into your life, that will really challenge you, push you to your limits. And half of the time they maybe want to catch a charge. Because I be like that. I'm like, if you don't go sit down somewhere, ain't got no bail money, be messing around with you. Like, go sit down over there, other atmosphere, and those are the things that get your gears grinding, because it's just like things like that always constantly challenge you, pushing you to your limit, wanting to, get you out your element of peace and be all in chaos, like the energy that's coming towards you. That's the thing that tells you that's vibes of intimidation. That's vibes of intimidation, because you're facing things. There'll be days that, I got the little smirks, or I get the smart remarks, or somebody trying to do something when I'm going through something. Normal people don't do that. That's people in pain. People that don't want to heal. And those are the ones that I tell people real quick, you need to pray for folks like that, because it's just like they're fueling off of what you're dealing with. They fuel off of that. That gives them a drive. That gives them a high to do that. And it's like, even when I used to be real gutter, I used to be gutter, but it really bad, very volatile. I had my ways, and I'm paying dearly for them things now. And that's why I try to just allow myself to don't go back to my old ways, because that's what the devil wants you to do. He wants you to go backwards, because he sees that you've taken that giant leap of faith. You're being a risk taker. And it gets to that point where you have to understand, you have to challenge your own challenges at times. There'll be certain days I'll be procrastinating and just like, every excuse, and it's just like, that's allowing fear to take place. You don't have to do it at that moment, even if like, I just ate, so I can't do this and this and this thing. Okay, that's all right. You ate, take an hour or two, then start doing something else. Do a walk, or go out in nature, if the weather allows it, because I know in certain places it's cold in the Arctic out there. But people like that. I was like, my body will go into shock. I ain't been in the Midwest for I don't know how long. In Georgia, the coldest it probably get here is probably like 45, 50 degrees, and give or take at times. I tell people I've been in Georgia since 2010. It only probably snowed here 3 times. I left the Midwest like it snowed all the way until March half of the time in blizzards. Here it probably snowed like good 3 times. I can count on one hand. It has, and I was like, shoot, let me go back to weather like that. My whole body be like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? But just doing different things. You don't have to go exactly how it is, but don't use that as the excuse. And I have to tell myself that I'm preaching to myself. Don't use that excuse to put off what you need. Because I'm a person, I'll start something and don't finish it half the time. I procrastinate like I don't know what. But I know it's best for me. And, and that's what those things that I have to allow myself to stand out my own way. Your process, stop standing in the way of your process, of your progress. You ain't working on the masterpiece, working on work in progress. You working on your masterpiece right now. So get out that other equation of you work in progress. No, you working on that masterpiece. You don't went past that, way past that. That's the reason why hell hitting you like it is. It feel like hell broke loose in your life. Because you on a whole new vibe. You on a new, and those are the things that, it's just like you on a new level, different devil, and we have to be able to understand that from the core. It comes with the heavy challenges, but this is where warrior steps in, because I'll be looking at God like, I'm tired of you. He's like, that's all right. You're going to be tired of me, but you're going to keep going. I know that, I'm tired of you. Why is everything I'm putting out is just slowly moving? Because I want you to never give up on yourself. Even when it looks like you ain't winning, you winning because you're not stopping. There's a lot of times people will stop and give up because things aren't moving fast for them, or they'll see different people that are doing the same thing and excelling farther than they have. And they may have been going in a shorter time than they have. You can't compare your life to that. And we do that at times, whether we want to admit it or not. I've done that. But it's okay when you can keep it real and say, there's times I did that. And I say, you have to understand God has a reason for things moving the way it do, and it's not saying that, there's a lot of times we can see stuff and, we be in our feelings and an ego and saying, I'm always that one that congratulates other people when their blessings come, but I'm never the one that gets a blessing, or I'll hear that post, maybe you don't get blessings because you're a blessing to everybody else. That's good, but I need my own. I love being a blessing to other people, but I want to be my own blessing too. You can quit that mess. I ain't got time for all that, but being that way, because I keep it real, I get hateful. I ain't even gonna lie, I get hateful. I'm like, bump all that. Where mine's at? And God be like, stop being selfish. Well, I'm being selfish today, okay? And being okay. And I'm like, damn, get out your feelings, girl. You're gonna be all right. You are a blessing. You're a walking blessing. And the devil wants you to second guess that all the time. So it's just like when you hold on to that pain teaches us so much about ourselves. And you are that person. You're that hidden gem. And I need to stop saying that because it'll probably be about another video, but you are, and you're that person that has not yet discovered the you that you need to be yet. And you're doing that. Don't think you ain't doing it, but you're doing it in different ways. Because a lot of times we can make our mantras, we can write our affirmations down, even write the universe journal, and you put it up under there and you're making something like, I'm putting this out to the universe. This is what I want to be. And they hear you, but they answer in so many different ways. It's like you want to be that person you ain't never been before. So he going to put you through certain situations you ain't never experienced before. Or he going to make you work harder than you ever worked before because you're entering new levels with a whole bunch of crazy devils that's going to take you in places that you ain't never been. Your name is being spoken of in places that you shouldn't even been at yet. But yet your name is being spoken about. You may be catching some blessings of a entrepreneurship or something like that you ain't even had no kind of experience in, but yet that blessing got your name written all over it. Just because of the fact is they seen how many times you fell and you got back up, wipe your face off and be mad as hell, be cussing at yourself, cussing at God and universe, and you still kept moving. And they love that about you. I know I hear from God all the time. We know you stubborn as all hell. You get mean as I don't know what when you get a wild hair. I surely do. And I'll be like, I've been looking at me, rolling my eyes. I surely do. But I get right back up again. and be right up in here staring at y'all face again. You know, well, you staring at my face. But just going through those different things in our lives, you know, it really shows us where we lie at. Now, if you're allowing yourself to just let world just take you, you know, because a lot of time I'll be like, you know what? I ain't even caring no more. Let it happen, let it happen. God be like, I don't care what you say, you gonna get your butt back up again. Get up, you know. I'm like, okay, I'll give up. And, you know, next thing you know, I don't got up. I don't push forward, you know, and that happens. And a lot of times it's gonna be when that time you're gonna turn around and you sitting in the most biggest blessing that you ever could have had. And you're going to wonder why enemies came chasing after you like they did. You're going to understand why things weren't easy for you to get into. Doors weren't easy for you to walk into. Because it's just like every door you knocked on, didn't want to answer. You know, God kept on saying, knock on that door. Knock on the door. It's going to be the blessing of a lifetime. And you're automatically thinking, oh, I'm about to get this. I'm about to get that. Knock on the door. People see you as a bill collector. Hell to the no. You ain't about to come in. Or it's those relatives or those folks that come by the house and you really not, you know, Mormonship or, you know, it ain't no offense, but I ain't part of poke holes in no Mormonship or, you know, Jehovah's Witness, excuse me, daddy. You know, nothing like that. But I'm just saying there's a lot of time people are like, I ain't trying to deal with this today. I got a headache, you know, my stomach messed up. I ain't trying to deal with all that, you know, but that's okay. And it'd be mad. Like you keep every door, you keep having me knock on, telling me that's a blessing and the door ain't open. So where the blessing at? You'll get it in a minute. Just keep going. And, you know, you get mad. Like, look, last time you told me that, last 10, 12 times you told me that, I had the same results. But the blessing is when you know you want something in your life you never had, he going to make you do some things you ain't never done. He going to make you sacrifice certain things that you weren't willing to sacrifice before. You refuse to change certain things. You eventually changed. And then when you get there, all them doors you done knocked on, one gonna open up and you gonna buy every door that you don't walk in. You gonna buy the whole daggone building. You know, just because that blessing it's just no matter what, you trusted in God and he flowed you that way. So you went that way, even though you were mad, but you kept flowing that way when he asked you to. Trust me, I've gone through those doors like that. No, what's next opportunity? There's always a way around that no to make a positive yes, you know, and it's just like your everlasting success, you know, and it was like your everlasting success. You're gonna get that. That's your you know, your yes, you know, and those are the things you're gonna understand, you know. It's like when you go through things, and I hear it a lot, you know, and then sometimes you can just roll your eyes and you like, yeah, whatever, you know, but it's true. There's a lot of successful people that wasn't always successful. They had to go through some kind of struggle. They had to go through some kind of painful period, a daggone drought. Things was just falling apart just for it to come together how it was supposed to be, you know. But there was times, I mean, I look at things, I'll be telling God it's not fair. You know, I'm tired of hearing this, I'm tired of hearing that, or, you know, certain things that, you know, remind me of my situation, yet it's always me you know, hearing other people. And it's just like, you have to understand we're preparing you. A lot of times it can make us mad when you know you worked hard for something and you see how God done bless somebody else. And he shows you that because he wants you to congratulate people. And a lot of times it's hard for us to do that when you know you in the midst of, you know, comparison, jealousy, envy, whatever. And that's a natural thing. You know, it happens at times, but a lot of times they want you to get in practice of doing that because you don't want other people being that way with you when you finally get your blessings. And it can happen, you know, and they'll be like, why are you mad at me? I worked hard for mine, you know, and because some people get mad because they didn't work hard for it. They expected it was just going to fall in their lap. I've been that way, like, I did that. Can I get my stuff now? No. That might work with all this other stuff, but no, they're going to give you a blessing that's supposed to be continuous. They want you to add weight to it. So when they give it to you, they're going to know, okay, they're going to secure this bag of success or secure this bag of abundance, prosperity, whatever, and they are not going to mess it up. That's the reason why it don't come easy for us, because when he gives you something like that, he don't want you to take it for granted. You know, 'cause a lot of people think You know, just because you got all these spiritual gifts, some of them I'm like, shoot, I ain't asked for that, you know, and it can get snatched away, especially if you abuse them, you know, and he'll make you pay dearly for that. But it's just at that point when he can show you that he's giving people these blessings, you have to remind yourself, he's just saying that if I can bless them, I can bless you too. You may not know the sacrifices that person made. You never know how many no's that person got, how many times that person fell on their face. And a lot of times we have to understand, I have to remind myself at times, when people go all the way out their way to try to crush you, you know, do things to trigger you, making you mad, coming up and saying the most dumbest things you can say to somebody, they wouldn't be saying that if they didn't know that you had something very genuine to give a lot of people, or something they wish they had. And I tell people, even your haters got true potential if they can look for it. You know, a lot of people just feel like, oh, I'm gonna crush their life, like they're the only one that need to be happy. I said, you know how boring the sky would look, the night sky would look with just one star. You know how, because I look at the sky all the time and it's so beautiful to me, but it's real beautiful to me at night when you see all those stars. It's like we all hold a different purpose and we're all needing that. So why are you trying to contribute by tearing up another person's down, you know, another person's path of blessings or whatever their purpose is down, but you expect God to give you yours though? Where do you think that's going to work at? And I say that a lot of times because I know there's people that watch me that don't like what I say, and I really don't care. I'm like, take notes. Okay, I'm one of those people that is very transparent. I'm not going to sit up here and say, okie doke, everything's good and dandy every day, when it's not. It's not. I'm actually being honest about my flaws, and I hold them proudly and gracefully. I don't mind showing them, because it's showing that you, every day when you take time for yourself to say something beautiful about yourself, even though you don't like yourself right now, you can say something very beautiful to yourself. And a lot of times, you know, I tell myself, it's like, girl, you fat as hell, you know, and it's not that I'm fat as hell, but it's just like I would say negative things to myself like that. And I have to understand, you done been through something very tragic. You went through some trauma, and it is put your body through the same thing you went through. So you still have to love yourself, whether you're heavy, whether you're small, you're a little bit lopsided, or you're cockeyed, whatever. You have to still love yourself for that natural beauty that you project towards others, that you actually have within. Because there are some people that can be the perfect size and the perfect person and be the most beautiful person, but as soon as they open their mouth, it can be very ugly and volatile. It's like, ugh, you just destroy the whole image, just like a wet dream and a nightmare all together at the same time. Like, no. You know, it's just like one of those things. So you're getting to the core of what was forgotten in you. You know, even though when you doubt yourself and you're going through different things in your life, and, you know, I have to remind myself of that. Look at how much you have conquered, the things that you didn't feel like you could ever overcome. That was God. You know, even though he may get on our last nerves a lot of times with different things that's just not going the way that we expected it, if he helped us overcome so many other obstacles in our life, what makes you think we can't do it again? And it's just like a lot of times we have to just trust his plan, even though we don't understand. I'm just trying my hardest just to trust you, okay? You know, and I got to keep it moving. You know, and there's a lot of time I'll be ready to just clap and just, you know, be envious, you know, not envious, but devilish. You know, somebody want to, you know, pull my chain, I'm about to yank yours all the way out. Don't play with me. I'll do it. But it's just like a lot of times you just got to let that fool be that fool by himself. You be the fool that think they fooling you at another time. But this ain't it. You know, this ain't it. But I hope you were able to resonate with the content of my video. I didn't plan for it to be this long, but you know, when you have something good to say, and it's just like God be like, flow with it, you know, just, you know, this is a freestyle. So, you know, just allow yourself to speak your mind. But, you know, like I said, our family is really, you know, rapidly going. Oh yeah, I will be starting, a support group that I'm gonna start doing, because you know I've been doing chats, but I haven't did chats for a while, you know, probably like a week or something like that. But I'm gonna go ahead and start adding this along with my chats. You know, I'm gonna start it maybe going Monday and Friday. It'll be 8 o'clock my time. on that, and I will be putting out different posts and stuff to let you know. And it's just about, there's so many different people, including myself, that are struggling through different things of our challenges, our changes, our gifts within itself, because a lot of times it adds up. It's like the more you're being open to the universe on growing and healing, they're adding weight to your gifts. And then when they're adding weight to your gifts, and there's a lot of things that you don't, healed and let go of, so it flips on another gift switch, because it can't come on all at one time. We're in a human suit. That no, can't do that. That's really dangerous. So things come in moderation. It comes in frequently. So when that one comes up, it is aligning those. And so with a lot of that, it's kind of hard to really deal with when we're in human experience. We're dealing here in human suit. So it's just like, just talking about, different issues of staying focused, thinking positive, negative thoughts, you're going back, shadow work is getting heavy and stuff like that. So a lot of people are going through that, practicing patience, being the challenge of, challenges of characters of your different choices. Because a lot of times we don't like change. We don't like challenges. So these are the things that, I want to be able to talk about, and just bring out something new, because it's like universe is telling you, you're getting that creative, vibe. So they want you to be able to be that risk taker and take on to this, because you never know where it goes. At first I wasn't too fond about doing, chats at time, but now after I've done, I've been doing this for almost going on 6 years. I can't believe it's almost been 6 years. It's going to be 6 years in like 2 months. So it is just like with these different things, I really feel that's very therapeutic. Like I said, I love doing my videos, and it's very therapeutic for me. And, the different people that not people, but my family that comes on, we have a really good time. We laugh, there's different things that we talk about, different challenges that we're working with. So it's just to help you stay in complete alignment, strengthening your own self, even though you have it. A lot of times we have to go through many challenges just to be able to find that situation out within ourselves. So I want to go ahead and do that. Like I said, I'm gonna do it on Monday and Friday. And if it start getting good, I want to do it Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So it'll be every other day, every few days or whatever, when you want to call it, and still be having my chats, and I'll let y'all know when I'm gonna do those. I don't want to say I'm gonna do those every day, and I'm not. So I don't want to tell y'all one thing and do another. So when I post that, I'm gonna go ahead and let you know, hey, we're having starting a support group, just to be able to do, and I really hope it can do some help for people. It's not about views or likes or anything like that, but a lot of times you need that person that'll be there and can be able to give you that vibe that you need. You may be going through something in personal you may not feel comfortable with. I know a lot of people hit me up on my email, just like I said, it's in the description box below, the contact information. Yeah, this going on. So thank you, baby. And different things is going on. So I want to be able to help people, and plus it'll be able to help me as well. And it make me feel good when I'm able to bring some kind of peace and happiness to somebody's life. So I really want to start doing that. So it will be starting next week. So I want to go ahead and do that with y'all, and I'm gonna make sure, I put up a post at least about 30 minutes to an hour beforehand, so y'all know and y'all can be ready. But it'll be just like we do chat as well, but it's just that different time of just like, hey, is anybody going through different things? Or even if if I had a chat like, a few days before or something like that, and you drop in the comments, hey Roz, I want to be here on the next chat, can you talk about this? I would love for y'all to be able to put some kind of feedback that you want me to talk about. A lot of times y'all have done that, like you want me to do a video of it, or different things that y'all talk to me about, and I say, hey, that's a good thing, but it's not about people information I'm doing when I show different things I want to do in content. But there may be something I said that I want to talk about on the things that I speak on that I know a lot of people may be dealing with. So I would really love to do that. So yeah, I would love to be able to do that starting next week. And I will be putting posts up and reminders to be able to do that. But I would love to give a post notification shout out to Little Narm. Thank you for stopping by as always. Yankee Outdoor Adventures. He has been my A1 since day one. You know, he's really helped me, you know, grow my channel, and I really do appreciate him. And he has a very good channel. I'm gonna go ahead and put his link in there too. I gotta remind myself to go ahead and do that, because he does a lot of different things like great outdoors and stuff like that. And he's one of our warrior family as well. Figally, I hope I pronounced that well. Like I was supposed to, and Farrah Hazard, much love. If this is your first time to my channel, welcome. It's so good to have you. Please like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, drop a line, even share a video. It's greatly appreciated. You know, I tell y'all all the time, go look at my posts. I didn't make one today. I was doing too many different things today. So I share like my Instagram videos that I find it gives me good laughs, or it gives me a good uplift, or just a general reminder, because we go through so much stuff, and you just, a lot of times you need to just get that confirmation like, hey, I'm proud of you. You're doing good. Keep on going. Don't give up. You know, you're right at the brink of your breakthrough. Don't, you know, just keep going. You know, so I like to be able to do that. I don't take credit for those videos, but it's just the people's name. I need to start going ahead and putting their names at the bottom in the video. So, you know, just go ahead and, you know, hit them up on their accounts, because they really got some good videos out there, you know, and it's very uplifting. So like I said, I hope y'all, you know, whoever celebrated Thanksgiving, I hope you had a really good time, got full, probably done gained a few pounds. You know, I just finished eating me some cabbage just a few minutes ago. I was like, the mess was so good. But yeah, I hope y'all have, you know, I can't believe it's almost the weekend already. It's like these days are going by fast. But, you know, I hope everything is good. Whatever you're manifesting, I hope it comes so much bigger and better than you ever imagined. It comes sooner than you ever expected it. And even through social distancing, please make sure you give love and light to other people in words, vibes, frequencies. You just never know. All those things will really take somebody a long way. And you'll see me on my next video. Much love to you. Peace.